Welcome to Max's Football News for Kids.
Welcome to episode 8 of Max's Football News. So today, as we said in episode 7, we will be talking about my experience in Real Madrid campus.
For his summer camp experience. And to start with, we'll share a little bit with you as to why we chose Real Madrid for Max's football summer camp.
Yes, because they're a good club, and so we think like if they're a good club, they might also have a lot of money because like then the players make the club a good club, and they also have probably great training facilities.
Yes, but to take a step back, Max is 8 years old, and that means that there are limited options for summer camp. There are quite a lot of summer camps that only start from 9 years on and up to 17.
Yeah.
And so those we're going to have to wait until next summer when Max is 9.
Yeah, for example, I think the Arsenal camp and PSG.
PSG actually normally is open for 8-year-olds.
Really?
But they are closed this summer.
Because of the
especially
Olympics.
Because of the Olympics in Paris. Because otherwise they do have a summer camp in Paris. That starts from the 8 years old, but that was not an option this year. The other thing, of course, we were looking for was hopefully as a technical training of a length of 2 to 3 weeks, day camp because Max is a bit too young to sleep there, and good facilities. And when you look at those characteristics, there are not that many. There was Real Madrid was one, AC Milan was another, except most of those options for AC Milan, for example, are not at their training grounds. They are like at just sort of different pitches around Italy, including in the Alps, that they rent. So just not quite what we thought would be the same experience. And then, of course, because I was going to be with Max, I wanted to be somewhere that was also fun for me to be. And so we thought Madrid, big city, lots of things to do, great hotel options. And so we could be in Madrid and Max could benefit from Real Madrid's actual training grounds, like very large, state-of-the-art, very modern.
Yeah, but let's talk about how much I like the training. So, in the first week, it wasn't very technical. It just wasn't really technical. Like, I wanted more technical training, but the players, they were a bit hard for me. And like when we do matches.
Yeah, so I think basically each kid is put into a group of about 15, right? More or less.
Yeah, more or less 15 or like 13.
And they're all your age.
Yeah, I think so. But
different skills.
Yeah. But Real Madrid camp, they have a level called the Max, which is we're guessing very technical training, more than what I had to the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, because Real Madrid basically offers two kind of camps. One is called Campus Experience, which is the one Max was enrolled in, and then there's Campus Max. And the Campus Max football camp, it takes place the same place, but you have to be 10.
Yeah,
and they're more technical.
Yeah, and so I wanted to be in Campus Max, but the thing is they're 10 years old and I'm only 8, so I'm actually gonna wait 2 years.
Yes, so your experience was that the kids were your age, and some were good at football. Others appeared that this was their first time playing football.
Yeah, well, most of them were like really good at football, but there was a kid from Luxembourg. He could run, but he's really bad at passing. Like he just does a touch. He nearly can't even kick the ball.
Yeah, and I guess that's the one thing to maybe keep in mind for next year, which is that although it was good to get into the Real Madrid camp, anyone can get in. And
Yeah.
so that means that there is no real like test in terms of skills.
Yeah, you don't have to get in by like showing off or whatever. You just have to pay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing as well is that the first week, your group was very Spanish, local kids, right? But then the second week, where you were in a different group, it was very international.
Yeah.
Where were the kids from the second week?
There was one kid which his mom was born in Chinese, and then she moved to Brazil when like she was just like 1 or 2, and then like the dad was Hawaiian, and I think he stayed there, but then I'm not sure where they met.
And there were
yeah.
3 or 4 kids in your group from the US as well, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so there was a Brazilian kid, like I told the parents about him right now. Yeah.
But basically, the second week, I think you had a little bit more in common with the kids in your group than in the first week.
Yes.
And you had different monitors as well. So each group has both a monitor and a coach, right?
Well, we changed coaches each session, but so
Okay.
about the three kids that are from New York. Actually, this is really cool because one of these kids, their grandpa was a Real Madrid legend and is Spanish and Uruguayan, and won a World Cup and won 5 Champions Leagues with Real Madrid. Can you believe that? And plus all the kids that live there in New York, and also the Brazilian kids lives there too. I think all of them are in a school which my 2 sisters were in when they were just like 6 or like 7.
Yeah, that's right. They went to
can
the
you
same
believe
school
that?
in New York. Yeah.
Yeah, and so there was this girl called Charlotte, and so like her dad was a football player which played for Inter Miami, but then retired when he got married, and yeah, and so it was 2 seasons.
So some
long.
interesting kids there. Yeah.
Yeah, and then there was Maria, which was her friend.
Right.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Let's move on. All right, guys, so now we will be talking about the first day of my summer camp, Real Madrid.
And I can tell you, that was one excited kid. You were so looking forward to it. The entire weekend we were in Madrid before you started, right?
Really was.
Yeah. So how did your first day? First of all, the day starts at 8:45 and it lasts until 7 o'clock. So it's a long day. It's basically a little bit over 10 hours.
Yeah. So
What happened?
So we went to the changing room and then got changed to our kits.
Because you got a package, right?
Yeah, got a bag.
What was in it?
In the bag.
Yeah, what did you get?
There was a kit of Real Madrid, but the thing is,
2 kits.
Yeah, 2. No, I got the second kit at the end of the first day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, you end up
Yeah.
having 2 kits,
Yeah.
which is a Real Madrid uniform, shorts, jersey, and socks, right?
Yeah, so it's basically the same Real Madrid kit as the actual one, but no name or like shirt number on the back.
Yeah.
And plus, there doesn't say Fly Emirates on front. There says Adidas.
Yes, because that is the uniform provider. And then you got a hat.
Yeah.
A
I got
backpack?
a hat, campus experience hat.
A backpack?
But and a backpack. But we already bought a better hat, which was Real Madrid.
Yes,
Yeah.
we already bought a little. We went to one of the many Real Madrid fan stores in Madrid over the weekend, and we got some extra kit just for you.
Yeah, and we also got a water bottle. Yeah. And so then we had our team picture taken.
Yeah. You both individual and with the team, and then at the end of your experience, you got like a nice certificate that had those pictures in it, right?
Yeah, and so then we went to next to one of the pitches, and then played a game while waiting for the coach to do our training. And then we did training, very good. I scored a goal in the match.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then
And
then we did lunch,
Yep.
which, and I think I remember I had pasta. It was really good.
how were their lunch facilities? Great.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's good.
Very good. After lunch?
Yeah, and so then after lunch we went to the pool, but the thing is that I didn't bring my swimming trunks, so I couldn't do it. I had to wait like 2 hours.
Yeah, I know. We didn't realize that you were going to have swimming every single day.
Yeah.
Which, of course, does make sense because in Madrid it was hot. It was between 35 and 40 degrees Celsius, so almost 100 Fahrenheit every day. And
so in the pool you have fun with your friends, and it cools you down.
It cools you down. And did it cool you down?
Yeah, it cooled me down the rest of the days.
Excellent. And then afterwards, what did you do?
Oh yes, after we took the bus back to Real Madrid training ground, and then we had training again. But the thing is it was evening training, and in evening training, it's all it is like a big match. Sometimes you do like 2 small matches, but sometimes we do like one gigantic match.
Where you play with against other kids in your group, or is it against other groups?
The first day, we did it just against like ourselves.
Okay.
Yeah, just a group. Yep. But like in the second week, we also did it with some other groups.
And did you find it challenging sometimes?
Yeah, a bit challenging.
Did you get to use some of your skills?
I actually didn't. I don't think I really did.
You didn't do any dribbling?
I did dribbling, all right, but when you do dribbling, it doesn't mean that you have to do skills.
Of course. And did you play a specific position?
I played. Well, sometimes I played defense, but most of the time I played center mid or like midfield.
Yeah, center mid. All right.
Because I am a midfielder. Yeah.
Very good. So that kind of wraps up your description of your very first day.
Yeah.
And after this little break, we'll tell you more about some of the highlights from the Real Madrid experience.
Yeah, all right, guys, let's move on. Next up, we're going to talk about all the other days. So this time it's not really exciting because we have the same schedule, but on Wednesday it is exciting because we are going to tell you about my experience at the Bernabeu Stadium tour. Yes, I went to the Bernabeu Stadium and we had a tour.
And it's a gorgeous stadium.
Yeah, it's basically, so I was basically in a museum about Real Madrid, but in the stadium, outside of the pitch. And so I saw Ronaldo Nazario's Ballon d'Or, and I saw a lot of, like all the Champions League's photos when like the players left the cup, you know? Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a pretty new stadium, 85,000 people is the capacity, or spectators.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic. So quite large.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And so I also found out that the Real Madrid basketball team is also like really the best, because like in the museum they showed us like about all the trophies, like all the competitions Real Madrid in basketball have won, and I can tell you, it's like it's really good. It's like they're the best. Like Real Madrid is the best at football, plus the best at basketball in Europe. Isn't that cool?
That's amazing, yeah. And actually, the Bernabeu Stadium was just completed a renovation this year.
Yeah.
And it opened, now this spring.
Oh, really?
Yes, where they increased, they spent €1 billion in increasing capacity just by 4,000.
They have that much money?
Yeah, well, they probably took some loans as well and so forth, and added restaurants and bars and shops and so forth
Into the stadium or like next to it?
into the stadium, which is why it does look brand new and shiny.
Yeah, because when I was in the Bernabeu Stadium tour, then when I saw the pitch, like I nearly couldn't even see it. It was like covered in like black things, and like they were doing a renovation or whatever, and like there was also this like stand, and I think I know why they were doing this, because like 2 days after or like 3 days after, or maybe a bit more, there was a concert by a Spanish singer. And so like there was, and so we told you that the capacity of the stadium is 85,000, right?
Yeah,
But
now
thing-
after the renovation. Yeah.
But the thing is, the singer needs only like a small space, and there are 105,000 people going to see the concert. And so basically, how it's 105,000 and the capacity is 85,000, because the people will also be standing on the pitch. Can you believe that?
Yeah, that's right.
So it does like extra capacity for the concert, isn't that right? Yeah.
Absolutely, it's over 100,000 for type of concerts. And in fact, the second week we were there was the official introduction of Kylian Mbappe to Real Madrid at an official ceremony at the stadium, and just for that ceremony, so not a game, they sold out completely, and there were 85,000 people who attended the.
Just for Mbappe's one, and I also found out that there's this football player called Endrick, and he had a Real Madrid presentation not very long ago, about somewhere at Mbappe's presentation too, like very close to it. And so like yeah, and like he also says he wants to play in Real Madrid, and he was really stressed, so he didn't do uno, dos, tres, Real Madrid. Instead he did tres, dos, uno, Real Madrid.
Oh.
But like he was just very nervous. I get it, dude.
No, you
Because,
can do
like,
a countdown. You can do a countdown just as well as
Yeah,
you
I
can
know.
countdown.
But I know that you can do a countdown, but I'm just saying that he did it the wrong way. But I know that he did that because he was just like very nervous. He's going in front of like 85,000 people.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
And like they're really cool, the fans, the Madridistas. They're very involved, diehard fans and so forth. And even Mbappe said that he always studied a lot of Spanish.
Just because of
school.
Real Madrid.
Just
He liked
because it was his dream to come to Real Madrid. And then he spoke in Madrid in Spanish. It was really great.
And, well, I think, certainly, that he probably watched the Cristiano Ronaldo presentation because, like, he wanted to get ready, and he just wanted to, like, see how, I think that he did that, watched it because he wanted to see how it's like when you get in the stadium, or, like, what he should do. And you know what I realized is that he actually kind of copied Cristiano Ronaldo when he was walking into the stadium. Like he turned around, clapped, just like how Cristiano Ronaldo did. And they're both number 9, even cooler. Like that's really cool, isn't it?
It's going to be really exciting to see what Mbappe and Real Madrid does next season.
I think Mbappe is going to be really good for Real Madrid.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he's going to replace Vini Jr. though. Maybe they're going to do another lineup. Then Vinicius can still be in the lineup.
I think
for
so.
Mbappe.
I think they'll find space for both of them.
Yeah. But
Mbappe has said that he's going to adapt to the team. He doesn't want the team to adapt to him. He wants to adapt to the team.
Yeah, and so as you guys know, teams in clubs right now in Europe and clubs in the MLS, they're doing a tour in United States, and including Real Madrid. But Mbappe, he's not on the tour because he just wants a break. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's officially only starting at the real season.
Yeah, but it's like basically friendlies, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Including against Barcelona in outside of New York and New Jersey. Forgot they're playing in Chicago, but I don't remember who they're playing. And they're doing some other ones.
Yeah.
Oh, AC Milan. They're playing
AC
AC Milan
Milan.
in Chicago.
Yeah.
That's who they're playing. Cool.
But
All right.
yeah.
What is there anything else you want to share about your Real Madrid campus experience?
So, well, not a lot. Well, the facilities are very
Are
good.
you happy that you did it?
I don't know. Well, it was I'm okay. I'm happy. I'm happy that I did it because I got to be in the actual training ground and play a bit of football there, and yeah. And so what I want to show you about is the facilities. So I think the facilities were very good. Basically, there were like multiple pitches. There were like 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know,
it's massive.
right?
As a parent, you're never allowed inside, but you can see in. And one of the things I noticed is the amount of huge poles with lights, with floodlights for the pitches.
You are not gonna.
And there's so many of them that you realize there are a lot of pitches in there. And and then afterwards, as we're watching reels on the Real Madrid Instagram account, you have pointed out a number of reels where they're like walking through. The real players are walking through or playing.
Where I basically walked.
Exactly on the same training grounds that are used
it
for
looked
the kids.
really familiar, and I was like, wait a second, I think I walked there.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
That's pretty exciting. You're training, you're walking, you're at the same places as the real Real Madrid players.
Yeah, and I probably walked the same places they did.
Yeah. Trained on the same pitches.
Yeah?
Yeah. So, great experience?
Yes.
Great. Would you recommend it to other 8-year-olds?
Yes. I'll recommend it.
And during this next season, when Max is going to be playing for United Dragons in London, we are going to be doing some research as well in terms of what are the development programs available for 9-year-olds, both for the summer but also for the year round.
Yeah, and surprisingly, Arsenal, they paid their academy players, but like after they finished school, they paid them some cash. Can you believe that? Academy players, not the actual ones.
Yeah, that's cool. But anyway, Arsenal is definitely one of the clubs that has a pretty developed program for youth, and we're going to be looking into that during the coming school year, as well as other clubs.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Right, guys.
This is a wrap.
Last and not least, we're gonna do the non-football nugget. So we are gonna try Haribo Matador Mix. So we've already.
Which is like a mix of gummy bears and various licorice and other candies in one delicious bag.
Yeah.
There's on gummy bears, there are some that are shaped like fruits, right?
Yeah.
Like there was a very light one called pineapple that I don't think you saw. There's banana, orange.
I ate the orange and it actually completely tastes like an orange.
There are actually these gummy bears too that kind of almost look like licorice, but they really taste like Coca-Cola.
Really?
They're pretty good. Try one.
Let me try. All right.
Yeah, they're very good. And then, of course, there's various kinds of one, like licorice ones, which I like, which you probably don't like. You don't really like these, right?
No.
These are not for you.
No.
No. I kind of like them.
That's kind of Coca-Cola, actually.
That's pretty good. So, again, I was really staying within the candy world.
And then we...
But Haribo is very popular in all of Europe. And the great thing is, every country thinks it's theirs. Like in Denmark, people think Haribo is Danish. In France, people think Haribo is French. But in reality, it's German.
Yeah.
Just like Ritter Sport.
Yeah. So there's also these ones that are like sausages. They're like some there are light ones and there are dark ones. So I'll try the light ones.
Yeah, and they're kind of based on licorice. Do you like those?
I
Okay,
actually
neat.
like it.
Yeah, very
I
good.
like it. Yeah.
Yeah, and of course, Haribo have lots of different candies on sale in most countries. Both some that are all gummy bears, all licorice, spicy gummy bears, sweet gummy bears, all kinds.
Yeah, and so there are also some that are shaped as an egg, and they're like different colors, and they actually really taste like what is it called again? Brushing teeth.
Oh, like minty,
Yeah,
like minty.
Yeah,
Yeah, minty licorice.
yeah,
So, what do you think? You like them?
yeah. I like them.
They're very good. Here in Denmark, do you eat them a lot when you watch a movie, for example, on a
Yeah.
Friday? That's a big tradition here.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. You do probably watch a lot of movies on Friday. Or like
And
little
eat
movies.
Matador mix Haribo.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so that's our football nugget this time.
Yes, and before we end this episode, we just want to tell you that this podcast, we have a podcast account on Instagram. Yes, it is on Instagram. You can check it out now. And yeah, we're finished for now, aren't we? Yeah, bye guys.